Now, Oregon Governor Tina Kotek is running for re-election next year. Now, it potentially sets up a rematch against Republican Christine Drazan. John Adams is following the story for us. And John, what message is the governor sending today?
Yeah, Stephanie, the governor released a roughly minute-and-a-half long video today announcing her intention to run for re-election. Now, in that video, she spent a considerable amount of time positioning herself against the positions of the Trump administration. A political strategist that I spoke to earlier today says that could be an effective tactic for her re-election bid. After nearly 3 years running the state of Oregon, Oregon Governor Tina Kotek has announced her bid for re-election in 2026.
I have never been prouder to work for you and with you. But the fight isn't over. I'm running for governor again because Oregon values are on the line.
In a pre-recorded announcement released Thursday morning, the governor highlighted her efforts to push back against the Trump administration's attempts to send National Guard troops to Portland and other administration policies.
So I think it's a good time for her to be running on that message, right? On a very, this is the position that Oregon took on the national stage.
Allison Gash, the political science chair at the University of Oregon, believes keeping the focus on the Trump administration and turning out voters in the Portland metro will be the governor's most likely path to re-election.
At the end of the day, what's going to matter for Kotek, I think, is whether Portlanders show up fundamentally. And that is typically how these things work in Oregon.
The 2026 election could be setting up as a rematch between Kotek and Republican State Senator Christine Drazan. Kotek edged Drazan by roughly 3.5% in 2022. Marion County Commissioner Danielle Bethel is also running on the Republican ticket. In a statement released Thursday, Drazan criticized Kotek's messaging, saying in part, she wants Oregonians to believe this race is about Washington, D.C., when it's really about our home. Gash says Drazan's chances hinge on whether a strong independent candidate will enter the race that siphons votes from Kotek and how much Drazan embraces Trump administration policies.
How distant is she going to be from Trump, right? How much is she going to distance herself from, the sort of like mainstream Republican Party voices?
Now, I dug into some polling today to see how Governor Kotek, how popular she is amongst Oregonians. The last poll I found was from October of 2025. It was released by Morning Consult. It found the governor had a positive 8 approval rating. Now, that is one of the lower approval ratings amongst governors across the country, but still more Oregonians approve of the governor's tenure than disapprove. Back to you.
All right, John, thank you for that report.